Good morning, dear students. How are you all doing today? I wish that you are all doing well at home. Welcome to ABN and PRR College of Science online classes for BSc BCom second year 4th semester students. Today I am going to give a presentation on SWOT or SWOT analysis. It is a third skill in the unit number 1, soft skills. SWOT analysis. Just here I am giving a brief introduction. World famous Greek philosopher Socrates had said, know thyself, which means know yourself first. You know Greek philosopher Socrates, very famous, popular Greek philosopher. 400 BC, he was the pioneer of Western philosophy. After Socrates, his student, disciple Plato, and Plato's student Aristotle, Aristotle's student Alexander the Great. This is the order of the philosophers, great Greek philosophers. It means 400 years BC, this idea, know yourself, started long ago. Like this, another poet, Alexander Pope, in his literary work, Essay on Man, he also made such a statement, know then thyself, presume not God to scan, the proper study of mankind is man. Look at this statement very clearly. More or less Socrates' statement, know thyself, know then thyself, know yourself first. Presume not God to scan means venture not to ask question God. Do not dare to ask questions to God, because first duty of a human being is the proper study of mankind. The proper study of mankind is man, not the God and other things. So he said, know then thyself. This was very old ancient thought, philosophy, know yourself first. The quest for self-knowledge of human being is ancient. What is within you is matters, and this is the universal truth. Self-knowledge is all encompassing and the highest form of knowledge, surpassing all. Look at this statement. Self-knowledge is all encompassing. Encompassing means all aspects of life. Self-knowledge covers, includes all aspects of life. And the highest form of knowledge, this is the self-knowledge is the highest form of knowledge. And it is better than all information or knowledge, whatever you attain. Surpassing all means it is better, to be better than all knowledges. So self-knowledge is universal, very, very important. It covers all aspects of life. That is why he said, Socrates, know yourself first. Like Alexander Pope also, know yourself first. Self-knowledge is very, very important. What is learnt through experience can be applied to everything. Whatever is learned through experience can be applied to everything. Ask mainly 2 questions for self-knowledge. Who am I and what am I? to know yourself. These are the two very crucial questions you have to ask yourself. Who am I? What am I? One can find the answers to the above mentioned questions through SWOT analysis, and this could be the way for self-knowledge. Yes. If one should be aware of oneself. This is called self-knowledge. SWOT analysis, and this could be the way for self-knowledge. Next, what is the SWOT analysis? Yes. SWOT, SWOT analysis. It is an acronym. SWOT is an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. What is acronym? Acronym is an abbreviation formed from initial letter of other words. Acronym is an abbreviation formed from an initial letter of other words. Look at here, strength, initial letter S, weakness, initial letter W, opportunities, initial letter O, and last one is threats, T, initial letter is D. SWOT. All initial letters together form like an abbreviation. It is an abbreviation. Acronym is nothing but abbreviation from each initial letter of other words. What is abbreviation? Abbreviation is a shortened form of a word or phrase. For example, government, GOVERNMENT. It is a full form of government. You might have noticed in our textbook short forms GOVT. GOVT is an abbreviation. It is a short form of government. Acronym is also an abbreviation formed from the initial letters of the other words. Another example for acronym, WHO, World Health Organization, USA, United States of America, UK, United Kingdom. So they come under acronym, and abbreviations are short forms. Anyway, we are coming to the point. What is the SWOT analysis? It is a technique. This technique is credited to Albert Humphrey, who led a research project at Stanford University in the 1960s and 70s. During 1960s and 70s, Albert Humphrey, he was a research scholar. He did a research project at Stanford University, and he coined this technique, SWOT analysis. It is a planning tool. SWOT analysis is a planning tool used to understand strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats involved in an individual or a project or a business. It is used, SWOT analysis is used as framework for organizing and using data and information gained from situation analysis of internal and external environment, internal and external factors. SWOT analysis is a technique that enables a group or an individual to move from everyday problems, traditional strategies to a fresh perspective. Through this technique enables a group or a person to move from everyday problems, traditional strategies to a fresh perspective for a career growth. SWOT analysis, another name for SWOT analysis is internal and external factors analysis. This is another name, internal and external factors analysis. Strengths and weaknesses are often internal, while opportunities and threats are generally related to external factors. There are 4 factors in the SWOT analysis: helpful factors, harmful factors. What are the helpful factors? Strength and opportunities are helpful factors. Harmful factors, weaknesses and threats. The strengths and weaknesses are internal to the organization or individual. This is called internal factors. The strengths and weaknesses of an individual are internal factors. The opportunities and the threats are external to the organization or individual. So these are all external factors. This is called internal and external factors analysis. Through this, one can do SWOT analysis or SWOT analysis. See, last one is challenges. Strengths, come to the first point in SWOT analysis. S stands for strengths. What are your strengths? Actually, what are the concepts you considered as the strengths, your strengths? Characteristics or merits of an individual that give advantage over others. This is the main important points. Merits of an individual or strengths of an individual. Your merits, your characteristics or your strengths. Positive, tangible and intangible attributes internal to an individual. Tangible and intangible. Positive, actually tangible means here perceptible by touch. You can, these concepts you can feel by touch. And intangible, this is objective things come under intangible attributes. These are all internal to an individual. Your ideas, you look at here, next point, it will explain to you what is a tangible and what is intangible. Beneficial aspects, capabilities of an individual, which include human competencies, process capabilities and services. For example, positive thinking, habits, skills, merits, values, confidence levels, etc., etc. All these come under your intangible attributes. Your opinions, your ideas, your thoughts, abstract things, all abstract things. Your awareness to the following questions in the box are your strengths. Yes, I have given here some 7 questions. For example, if you answer all these questions on the right side, your answers will be your strengths. What merits do you have? You have to ask yourself. For example, what skills, what are the courses you have done, certifications, educational qualifications, all comes under your merits, all skills. What merits do you have? What skills do you have? What certifications do you have? What qualifications do you have? If you answer these questions, the answer will be your strengths. What do you do better than anyone else? What values do you have than others? Which skill makes you proud of? What do other people see as your strengths? Do you have friends who motivates you? What is your attitude towards others? Some more questions are also there, just I limited to 7. If you answer questions like this, automatically you can understand what are your strengths. And next, what are your weaknesses? What is these weaknesses? What are the concepts we consider as weaknesses? Characteristics, demerits of an individual that place him or her at a disadvantaged position relative to others. When you compare with others, your demerits are treated as your disadvantaged position. Detract the mind from its ability to attain the core goal and influence its growth. Detract the mind, sidetracked. Detract means a side track of the mind from its ability to attain the core goal. Whenever you deviate from your core goal, that concepts can be treated as your weaknesses. Weaknesses are the factors which do not meet the standards we feel they should meet. However, weaknesses are controllable. They must be minimized, converted into strengths, and otherwise eliminated. Yes, weaknesses are controllable, otherwise you can eliminate. For example, negative habits, negative thinking, very narrow mindedness, your poor skills, fear of failure, lack of confidence, short temper, all concepts, components come under your weaknesses. You can consider these are all your weaknesses. Here also I have given some 6 questions. If you answer these questions, the answers will be your weaknesses. What are your demerits? You can list out. What task do you usually avoid due to fear of failure? What are your negative work habits? Do you have personality traits that hold you back in your field? Are you completely confident of your studies? If not, where? What do people around you see your weaknesses? So you can notice all these weaknesses in you. So internal factors. These are all internal factors. Next point, opportunities. What are the opportunities? I remember a quote, that's why I have given here. Life is an opportunity, make use of it. Mother Teresa's quotation I kept here. Life is an opportunity, make use of it. Life is a challenge, face it. Like this, Mother Teresa also gave a beautiful definition, a combo of definition for life. Come to these opportunities. What are your opportunities? Chances to take advantage of the sources in the environment. External attractive factors that represent the reason for an individual to develop. Aware of new avenues of life in the society and execute strategies that enable you to become more competent enough. One should be alert to recognize the opportunities and grasp them whenever they arise. Opportunities may arise from market, competition, industry, government, and technology. For example, new job opportunities, customer needs, tastes, new uses for product discovered. These are all opportunities for an individual when you are working in an organization. So, opportunities are open to every individual. You must be alert, aware to grasp them, to grab them. Next. External elements could cause trouble for the individual. External factors beyond an individual's control which could place the individual's mission or operation at risk. These are all threats or challenges. When you say that it is a SWOT, last word is a threat. When you consider it is a SWOT, last letter is challenges. Life is a challenge, face it. Life is a challenge, face it. In earlier slide I used life is an opportunity, make use of that opportunity. Arise when conditions in external environment threaten the reliability of an individual. Threats are uncontrollable. When a threat comes, the stability and survival can be at risk, at stake. At stake means at risk. For example, entry of new competitors in the market for business, introduction of new technology, changing customer needs, tastes, industries, adopt new skills, strategies. Then these are all barriers. Threats are nothing but barriers. when you are working in a company organization. Threats, I have given some questions. If you answer these, answers will be your threats. What obstacles do you currently face at study? Are your friends competing with you for projects? Does the changing syllabus fear you in reaching your goal? Could your weakness lead to failure? Are you afraid of new skills or technologies? Please answer these questions, then you find these are all your challenges or your threats, you can consider them. So we talked about your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. Next, come to the aim of SWOT analysis. What is the aim in conducting SWOT analysis? For what purpose this SWOT analysis is being conducted? To assess inbuilt advantages and disadvantages of an individual in decision making, sharing and comparing ideas. Number 1 point, to assess inbuilt advantages, disadvantages of an individual in decision making, sharing and comparing ideas. Number 2, to bring a clearer common purpose and understanding of factors for success. Third, to organize the important factors of an individual towards success in the personality career development. Number 4, to analyze issues that have led to failure of an individual in the past. To help by and large an individual or organization in self-assessment test. To conduct self-assessment test, this SWOT test definitely will help you to organize yourself in a proper way for your success. Here also I have given some questions, some 7 questions. Or many questions are there, near about 20 questions in the next slide also. For your self-assessment test, sit at home comfortably, take a paper, write these questions and answers. Definitely you can analyze your personality. Self-assessment test. Do you have specific goal in your life? Your answer may be yes or no. Are you aware of your strength? Yes or no. Do you know which things are important for you? Do you know which thing can add value to you? Do you know your weaknesses? Are you aware of your financial status? Do you have somebody to help you to reach your goal? Next, are you doing something to reach your goal every day? Do you know your career opportunities? Do you have abilities to reach your career goal? Do you know where do you fit in job? Do you decide your career goal? Do you have proper resources to excel in studies? Are you using the technology to enhance your subjects? Do you worry about your future? Is there anybody that stops you to study? Are you fond of something that distracts you from study? Do you know the reason for your failure? Can you create an opportunity on your own? Do you have any challenges that can be overcome? Have you ever failed due to your weakness? Do you want to speak English fluently? All these, if you answer this, you can assess yourself, your self-assessment test. Next, who needs SWOT analysis? Students, to understand one's own personality and reach his or her goal. Job holders, job holder seeks to improve performance in the job. Business people, new team leader is appointed when the team hasn't met its targets. A company people, when revenue, cost and expense targets are not being achieved. So in all these conditions or purposes, SWOT analysis is needed. How SWOT is useful for students? Yes, you may get a doubt how this SWOT analysis is useful for students. Yeah, look at these points, very very important points are given for your understanding. Today's youth is familiar with many things in the world by ignoring oneself. Yes, undoubtedly, you people know many things in the world except yourself. You do not know yourself. What is your strength, what is your weakness, what is your personality, you have to assess. That's why when we know better, we do better. There is a saying, when we know better, we do better, emphasizing the need of self-knowing skills. In order to achieve in life, one has to know oneself and build strong personality. People who use their talents to their fullest extent only will be successful. The quality of achieving the world depends on the quality of knowing self. Therefore, SWOT analysis is proven to be the most useful technique for one's own success of students. I hope you understand these points. Very simple, self-explanatory sentences. That's why just I'm going through the sentences. Next point, the advantages of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis shows why people are unable to reach their goals in life. It helps to understand various ways to reach their goals. It is beneficial to recognize both the opportunities available and the threats to face. By realizing weaknesses, one can overcome and escape from threats. Its framework makes you unique from your peers by showing your rare talents. It points out the need to boost your career and assess you to reach your personal goals. Knowing and using your strengths can make you potential and turns you quality person. Used in an employment context, it stirs you to excel in your profession. It discloses opportunities that you need to be utilized. It also helps to it also helps to peep into yourself so that you can draft your career plan and complete it successfully. Next, how to conduct SWOT analysis. Yes, look at this one, chart, flow chart. Analyze internal and external. Environment means internal and external factors. Situation analysis, this is called situational analysis, and through this situational analysis you conduct SWOT analysis. What are your internal factors? Internal analysis, external analysis, external factors. Internal factors, weakness and strengths. External factors, opportunities and threats. As I mentioned in earlier slides, when you list out what are your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, then you can analyze your self-assessment test. This is the way to conduct SWOT analysis. How to conduct SWOT analysis? Perform SWOT analysis and document the data. Establish the objectives. Purpose of conducting a SWOT analysis may be wide or narrow, general or specific. List your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Evaluate listed ideas against objectives. It is a second. It is the entire process is described how you can conduct SWOT analysis. Carry your findings forward. Make sure that SWOT analysis is used in subsequent planning. Revisit your findings at suitable time intervals. Prepare action plan. You must prepare an action plan, like as mentioned here. Once the SWOT analysis has been completed, mark each point with things that you must be addressed immediately. You must correct. Address means you must correct the whatever you notice the points immediately. Things that can be handled now. Things that should be reached further. researched further, things that should be planned for the future. Next, what are the drawbacks of SWOT analysis? Pitfalls means drawbacks, setbacks of SWOT in conducting SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis can be very subjective. Two people rarely come up with the same final version of a SWOT. Use it as a guide, not as a prescription or mandatory. Categorizing aspects as strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats might be very subjective, as there is great degree of uncertainty in market. To be effective, SWOT needs to be conducted regularly. The pace of change makes it difficult to anticipate developments. The data used in the analysis may be based on assumptions that subsequently prove to be unfounded, good or bad. It lacks detailed structure, so key elements may get missed. These are the drawbacks of conducting SWOT analysis. Now I come to the text part. The SWOT analysis, the application part of the SWOT analysis in our textbook, namely a piece of text is given for your SWOT analysis. Wilma Goldin Rudolph, she was an athlete. This is a story. If you have a textbook, go through the text, you can understand. This SWOT analysis is applied to this case study of Wilma Goldin Rudolph. Wilma's weaknesses. What are the Wilma's weaknesses? She was born premature baby with 2 cages. She was attacked by polio and paralyzed her 2 legs. She was attacked by pneumonia twice. She was unable to walk or needed to be attended by her sibling continuously. These were all weaknesses of Wilma. Wilma's strengths. Although Wilma had been crippled by physical weaknesses, she had the amazing power of mental strengths. She had a dream of becoming the fastest runner. She had a self-confidence and higher self-esteem. She was not driven away by the fear of failure, but challenged the circumstances. So these are all strengths of Wilma Rudolph. Wilma had been physical weaknesses with her mental strengths. Wilma had beaten physical weaknesses with her mental strength. She neither believed nor accepted failure. She tried to substitute weakness with her mental stamina. She strained her body and mind and cooperated for treatment, as she is ambitious of reaching her goal. Continuation, application of the story Wilma's Goldin Rudolph. Wilma's threats. What are her challenges? She was born in a poor family. She didn't have proper hospital facility. She had to travel miles every time. She had a strong social and racial barriers, such as she was Afro-American. She was a woman in a male-dominated society. These were all her challenges or threats. And what about her opportunities? Wilma's opportunities. She used the family as a source of inspiration. Her mother was a great motivation to her. She used the resources through her sister and grew step by step. She tried to get the attention and pleaded for chances to participate in Olympics. She had a wonderful coach who encouraged her to the best. Wilma overcame challenges with her opportunities. Although her family was poor, she never felt that they were poor in spirit. She defeated poverty with the continuous support of her family members. She never allowed racial stigma in her mind. She successfully overcame the gender discrimination and proved herself more than any man in Olympics. So, if you go through the story of Wilma Goldin Rudolph, you can understand it is a case study to analyze SWOT analysis. Wilma's strengths, Wilma's weaknesses, Wilma's threats, Wilma's opportunity, how she overcame challenges with her life. I hope that you could understand this SWOT or SWOT analysis. Thank you for your monumental patience, and once again I wish you all good luck in all forthcoming examinations. Please wear mask for your safety. Thank you once again, one and all.